What if I told you that the richest footballer on the planet grew up eating rotten bananas because there was nothing else? That the man who today earns more money than some entire countries grew up in a tiny house where you could hear his father stumbling home drunk every night? Are you ready to find out how greatness is born? Not from talent, not from luck, but from anger, from pain, from an absolute refusal to accept the life that fate had planned for you. Today we talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. And no, this is not another highlight reel. This is the story of a human being. Ronaldo. One word, and the image is in. Not in the sense of he had a good shot. I mean, what is actually going on inside this man? What makes him train at 39 the way most 20-year-olds never will? What keeps driving him forward when everyone around him has long since said enough? You've earned your place in history. Madeira Island, Portugal, 1985. A small town called Funchal. The Avero family lives in a tiny house. Mother Dolores works as a cook and a cleaner. Father Dinas drinks heavily. That's not a metaphor. That's a fact. Ronaldo confirmed himself in interviews. His father died from alcoholism when Cristiano was just 20 years old. They never got to have a real conversation. 4 children in the family. No money. His mother takes night shifts to make ends meet. They cut corners on food so sharply that some evenings, dinner is whatever was left over at the restaurant where she cleans. Ronaldo later said he couldn't remember a single day of his childhood when he didn't want something more. Not dreamed about it, wanted it, with his local club, Andorinha. At 10, Nacional. At 12, he leaves, alone, without his family, to the mainland, to the Sporting CP Academy in Lisbon. Picture this, a boy who isn't even 13 yet, alone in a strange city, with a thick Madeiran accent, and the other kids laugh at him, mock him, call him a country bumpkin. What did he do? He trained. While everyone else was sleeping, he was practicing penalties. While the others played video games, he was working on his skills. At night, in the hallway of the dormitory, with a small ball, alone. Now, here's the moment most people don't know about, the one that gives you chills. Cristiano is 15, already in the Sporting Academy, already a star among the youth teams, and then suddenly, racing heartbeat, a diagnosis, arrhythmia. The doctors say, surgery, and possibly the end of football, forever. His mother is terrified. Anyone else would have broken. Ronaldo didn't. He goes under the knife. They cauterize the heart muscle. A few days later, he's back on the pitch. Not a month later, a few days. 1 year later, 2001, Sporting plays a friendly against Manchester United. A 16-year-old Cristiano takes the field and quite literally humiliates grown English professionals. After the match, the United players go to Sir Alex Ferguson and say, in plain English, "Boss, you have to sign him. Right now. Before someone else does." Ferguson signs him the same day for £12 million, a record fee for a 16-year-old at the time. The boy from Madeira, mocked for his accent, heads to Manchester United, wearing the number 7 that David Beckham had worn before him. All right, let's talk about records, but not the Wikipedia version. Let's do 5 Ballon d'Or awards, matching his greatest rival Messi at the time. And Ronaldo won them with 3 different clubs. Manchester, Real Madrid, and the Portugal national team. That's not just talent, that's adaptability. That's the ability to be the best everywhere, always, under any manager, in any system. Real Madrid, 9 years, 450 goals. 450. For a club where nobody before him had ever scored more than 300. He became the all-time top scorer in Champions League history, and that record still stands today. More than 140 goals in the biggest club competition on the planet, Portugal national team. This is almost fail. More than 130 international goals, the outright world record. 5 consecutive World Cups. 5. That's not one footballer's career. That's several lifetimes packed into one. But you know what's most remarkable? These records didn't just happen. Behind every goal is a story. Behind every match are nights spent in the gym. Here's a fact most people have never heard. A former Real Madrid fitness coach once recalled, when the whole team left training, Ronaldo stayed an extra hour, every single day. He would repeat the same strike over and over until it got dark outside. One day the coach asked him, "Cristiano, you're already the best in the world. Why?" Ronaldo looked at him and said, "That's exactly why. 7 to 8, block 4. What drives him now?" He's nearly 40. In football terms, that's ancient. Most players from his generation are retired, sitting in TV studios or opening restaurants. And Ronaldo, in 2023, moved to Saudi Arabia, to Al Nassr, and became the league's top scorer there. Again, at 38 years old. So what drives him? Money? No, he has more than he could ever spend. Fame? That too is covered for 3 lifetimes over. Something else moves him, and he said it himself more than once. Fear. The fear of becoming ordinary. The fear of waking up one day and realizing you could have given more and didn't. That fear has lived inside him since that tiny house on Madeira, since the nights his drunk father stumbled down the hallway, since the mockery in a Lisbon dormitory. Ronaldo once said in an interview, "I'm not afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being mediocre." 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. A tsunami hit Southeast Asia. Over 230,000 people dead. Indonesia, completely devastated. 7-year-old boy named Martunis, found alone on a beach in Banda Aceh. His mother and 2 brothers gone. He survived 21 days, alone, drinking water from puddles, eating whatever washed ashore. And the whole time, he was wearing a Portugal football shirt. That image hit television screens everywhere, including in Portugal. Ronaldo saw it, and he broke down. Not because of the tragedy alone, because of that shirt. That little boy on the other side of the world, wearing the colors of his country. A fan. His fan. In 2005, Ronaldo flew to Indonesia, to Banda Aceh, personally. He met Martunis, gave him gifts, paid for his education, and covered the cost of rebuilding his home. He came back again in 2013, just to check on him, to see how he was growing up. And in 2015, Martunis signed for Sporting Lisbon, the exact same academy where Ronaldo's own career began. Never confirmed or denied it. He just said nothing. Here is the man people call a boy from an island who knew what it felt like to have nothing, and who helped another child simply because he could. Does that give you chills? Ronaldo is not just a footballer. He is proof. Proof that where you come from is not your sentence, that poverty is not every single day, piece by piece, through pain and setbacks, and early mornings and late nights on empty pitches. And here's the question I want to leave you with. What are you refusing? It's about a choice. Every morning. Every single day. If this video moved you, hit like. Seriously, it's one small click that helps this channel grow. Subscribe if you want more stories like this, about people who refuse to be ordinary. And drop one word in the comments. What do you feel right now? Because we're just getting started.